In this lecture, we'll talk about the place and roles of English language in Pakistani society. We'll also have a look at various statements made by education and language policies and various political documents in relation to English language and other languages in Pakistan. But it seems necessary to have a look at the linguistic picture of Pakistan before we open up such a debate. Pakistan is a multilingual and multicultural country. It's rich in its diversity in spheres of culture and language. Overall, we can see that there are at least 72 languages spoken in Pakistan. Among them, we have 6 major languages, including Punjabi, Urdu, Pashto, Balochi, Sindhi, and Saraiki. If we have a look at the following table, we would see that the majority of the speakers in Pakistan belong to these 6 major languages. That is about 96% of the population. And the remaining 4 or 5% belong to the minor languages, which are almost 58 in number. If you look at the table, you could see that Punjabi is the biggest spoken language in Pakistan. It has a percentage of 44.15. In comparison, Pashto has almost 16% of the speakers in Pakistan, followed by Sindhi, Saraiki, Urdu, Balochi, and then other languages. The most interesting figure in this table might be that Urdu, which is a national language of Pakistan, has only 8% of native speakers in the country. And Urdu overall, if we see that in numbers, has almost 11 million of native speakers by today. And if we include the people who use this language as a second language, it would be about 105 million people overall. And they, including those who are barely literate in this language. In comparison, English has very few users in Pakistani society. It's about 26 million. And we consider those people who, as users of English, who have done matriculation. And we could assume that they can understand and write a bit of English the way they like. In fact, Urdu is the most widely understood and spoken language in Pakistan, and to some extent we could say that this is lingua franca within the country. In the beginning of the country, a powerful elite belonging to bureaucracy and social circles have native speakers in Urdu, and they provided special privilege to this language. It's the same class who also provided patronage to English language. Therefore, these two languages survived and got momentum and prestige as the country got progress in history. But this was not without opposition. Many speakers of the local languages, they showed their resistance to the privileged status of English and Urdu, and they argued that their language should also be promoted. And one of the major reasons behind this opposition was that Urdu was considered to be a symbol of the dominance of Punjabi-speaking elite. However, with the passage of time, people started speaking and learning Urdu and English for pragmatic reasons, as it happens in various parts of the world, that for various official or professional reasons, people have to learn different languages. And in order to survive in Pakistan at the time, and even in the history, we could see that the knowledge of Urdu and English were thought to be necessary in professional domains. However, the biased attitude towards local languages have always prompted some resistance among the speakers of those languages. The linguistic picture of Pakistan may also be seen by various issues. It's full of issues. For example, the debate about the divide between local languages and the national language and English language, then the ever-increasing prestige of English in Pakistani society, we could see in today's Pakistan, even Urdu is threatened by the strong presence of English in the society. And the roles of English are increasing every day. We could see, especially the youth is embracing this language quite warmly. They consider this language as a language of internet, social media, language of fashion, and language of future, as well as the language which is bringing in another youth culture which is global in nature. And the youth feels connected with that culture because of this language. We can safely say that English may have few native speakers in Pakistan, but it's still a very powerful language, and the speakers of this language are very powerful in Pakistani society.